this is Sarah. Today I wanted to share with you our experience with daycare here in Switzerland. I wanted to do this for two reasons. One is because once in a while, if you are on my Facebook, you might have noticed that I complain about the daycare, and this is because when bad things happen, I have the tendency to share it with other moms. But this is not the actual, it doesn't reflect the actual overall experience, which is positive. And the second reason is because I know that for many, now Switzerland is like the destination, and there might be moms wondering how the daycare works and what are the costs and so on. Here in Switzerland, when we decided that we needed a daycare, we had two options. One is the Maman de Jour is called, and what it means is daycare mother. And what they are is like daycare providers at their home. You bring your child there, and they might take care of several children per time. And so it's like a home-run daycare. And for me this wasn't the option, partly because we had just moved in Switzerland and we didn't know a lot of people. And in part because I felt that she needs to be in a place where the daycare providers are educated specifically for that, and there are many of them, and this is why I went for daycare. That's not to say that this other solution might be good, and we might consider that in the future, but for that moment I excluded it. The costs usually vary. I think they vary between 5 and 10 francs per hour, and I know personally a lady that charges 8. So this is more or less the cost that I have been told, at least. So we went for the daycare. When I decided to go for the daycare, I noticed that in the whole area there were only daycares for 18 months old and older, and there was only one daycare who took children from 4 months to 18 months as well. And everybody told me there is lots of queue in there, and this was like the communal solution. And I went there when I was, I believe, around 6 months pregnant. I took an appointment and I went there to look if there is a place. And at that point they had just half a day, I believe, so it was very little for me and not a solution. But anyway, she said that's okay. When your child is born, you phone us and we will tell you how much place we have. And this is what he did, and when Emilia was born, short enough, they had 2.5 days, the days that I needed. And they said it's because some people cancelled and found other solutions, so it was good, all went well. Normally there is a queue of 1 year, I think. What I liked a lot about the daycare solution is that with comparison to France or Italy, there was, for one daycare provider, there's less children. From 4 to 18 months old, there were 5 children, one daycare provider. And usually they have also people who they train. So there is always more people than what they say. And then it kind of goes from 18 to 2 years old, and they have 7 children, one daycare provider. From 2 years to 3 years, there are 9 or 10 kids and for one daycare provider, and then 13, I believe, 13, 15 kids and one daycare provider. The cost is progressive, which means that there is the sum of the salaries in the family. So if you and your husband work, it's like the whole sum is considered how much you earn. And then depending on how much you earn on a scale, and then that decides how much you pay. It's very different how much you pay in big cities and how much you pay in smaller cities, and from canton to canton. Cantons are small regions. They are like mini states. They have all changes as you move. So it changes a lot, it varies a lot in Switzerland. I actually will leave a lot of links that I have found down in the description box below, so you might check them out if you're specifically interested in daycares in Switzerland. The general costs, I think, is between 60 to 150 per day, and this is very expensive indeed. So, but Sometimes the employer will pay a percentage of your expenses, or if you are really low income, there might be a lower cost for you. Some positive experiences that I had in there was that the daycare providers, the daycare teachers were very supportive of me breastfeeding, and because Emilia was small, I could bring them the bottles of my milk and they would give it to her, and they were very supportive of my decisions as well. I didn't want it to sleep train my daughter. I felt that they need to be gentle. She had a way to fall asleep, and they followed that with her. They were very supportive of my trilingualism journey. Every time they said, don't worry, she's doing fine. Here they go very slowly in introduction to the daycare. They scheduled 2 weeks of introduction for Emilia, and they go 2 hours, 4 hours, and then 4 hours with lunch. They are very slow, and if the child does not respond well, they backtrack and go slowly until she's used to daycare. So this was all. If you want to share with me your experience with daycare, leave it below, or if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye! Hello, this is Sarah. I hope you are all doing well. I wanted to do a trilingualism update for Emilia at the age of 4.